BFM 89.9, good morning, I'm Nadia Hassan and welcome to Morning Headlines, the last one for 2013. And what's the theme that dominates today? Cost cutting, very cheerful. And this leads off with most of the bulk of the papers talking about how Putrajaya is going to tighten its belt. Now, this is probably in response to the news of a possible New Year Eve's rally tonight because of people protesting against all the tariff hikes and increased cost of living. So yesterday, we already had people from the private sector being warned that they would expect lower bonuses and lower pay hikes. So obviously, to kind of, probably to temper the dissatisfaction that some people are feeling, this is what the PM has come with. So he's come up with 11 steps, and they range from the most interesting, which is, as shown by Sinar's headline, is basically Allowance Menteri dipotong, and we're talking about price cuts. So now the civil servants are also taking some of the brunt. But some of the other 11 steps he mentioned may seem like peanuts for some people because you're talking about lessening the amount of food and beverage at government events, less government events, making more use of rental space, even the things down to like fewer number of buntings at events. Now, the main problem that they have with all these headlines is that none of them really mention how much it's actually going to save. And of course, in the grand scheme of things, it may seem like peanuts when he talks about the elephant in the room. Basically, the bigger leakages, the bigger issue of corruption. And then there's another point. Maybe he opened a can of worms because now he is admitting that sometimes the allowances are maybe too high. Question mark. Certainly one thing to look at for today. But before we forget, the more money, more problems. So basically, Metro reminds us that with the story of Derita Janda Kaya. It's a rich widow whose husband left her millions, and now she's being hounded apparently by in-laws who want to trespass and then harm her children. The interesting thing is her husband was a civil servant and he's got millions somewhere. Clearly nice way to kind of, maybe he was high ranking or he maybe saved a lot. We're not going to imply anything of that. But basically it just shows that, sometimes more money can actually just bring you more issues. One shared issue that we touched on yesterday was the fall of Michael Schumacher when he was skiing what they call off-piste, which is off the beaten track. As a result, he's now in a medically induced coma. It's said that his brain was shaken, so it'll be a few more days before we find out. We wish him all the best at this point. Not a very happy note to end 2013, but maybe it's a resolve to make 2014 a lot better. That's all we have. I will see you after the New Year's on Morning Headlines, BFM 89.9.